5 or 6 hours into it, so I can't give a good opinion of his performance. Any other questions? I'm going back and forth between streams.
Yeah.
Are you working with DGL at all with the competitive side of the game? Yeah, they've been tremendously helpful to us. They give us a lot of feedback. The DGL, by the way, if you go to the DGL.org, is one of the premier. I'll put a link in there actually. Is one of the premier competitive leagues for well, premier. I say that's ambiguous. What I mean is, they're one of Insurgency's biggest competitive leagues, right? They're actually gonna just start their season 2 soon, and I believe they're still accepting teams, and they're real good too. So like, bring your A game. But we've been leveraging them. We've been using them to help us test our competitive changes, and you know, just to get feedback. Like, you know, how do you feel about this? They have their own rule set, actually, with what they do right now, their own version of competitive, which includes stuff like no M249, no rocket launcher, no C4, stuff like that, which is something that we have support for now and we will in the future, even for the competitive stuff. Anybody can create a custom theater, and anybody can like make whatever rule set they want to be. But they're helping us to decide what our officially endorsed rule set will be, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you check them out, the DGL.org, sign up, Season 2 will be soon. And it's a blast. I've tried playing against them, and I've got my ass handed to me. They're really good, dude.
One of the things that I'm not really sure it's a good idea for the competitive mode. I've noticed that you are not allowed to use armor-piercing rounds, and you are also not allowed to use heavy armor. And in my opinion, a game that wants to be competitive also has to capture the nature of the game. So, and one of the things that are really good in Insurgency is the fact that you can slide around, you're sprinting, you slide and you go prone, and sometimes that saves your life. Even if you get hit once or twice in the legs, you still survive. But by removing heavy armor and by enabling players to get killed by one shot to the foot, sliding is really not important, you know, and it's a fundamental game mechanic that I think that it should be
considered
considered in the competitive scene.
Yeah.
Because it has to be to your maneuverability in the map, your map awareness, you know, because if there's one thing I can say as a former competitive gamer is that if there's one thing that is as much important as your aim, or even better at sometimes, it's your movement. You know, because you need skill in order to move around. You need those side strafing, when to go prone, when to jump, when, you know, it's complicated.
Yeah, and you need to consider those elements when you create a competitive playlist.
Exactly. And right now I feel that sliding isn't really shining if you just make it so that you get killed with one shot to the foot. So heavy armor should be considered, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's noted, yeah. We've actually talked, Argyle and I were talking about this recently, the creative director, about like making armor different, maybe having better explosive protection. So like I said, like we're still making changes and stuff, so stay tuned. As far as the competitive stuff goes, I don't know, because it's kind of like Juggernaut and Call of Duty 4, you know, like, or like improved, if you want to get real dorky, it's like improved initiative in Dungeons and Dragons. Like once one person gets it, everybody else gets it to match them, and then like, that means there's less interesting choices, you know? If everybody puts their points into armor, they're not going like, oh, I'll get a flashbang, I'll get a frag, I'll get a shotgun, oh, crazy. Like, there's less interesting choices. That's one thing that we try to consider in making those decisions, but we don't rule it out outright, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
fair enough.
Yeah, but it's considered, it's noted for sure. Like I said, like,
Thanks.
You might be able to bring armor to a point where it feels better. In competitive and in general. Lucho asks if I have a voice actor as a role model. Which voice actor do I think is the best of the best? Well, I'd have to think about that. One guy I actually really liked, and this might sound like a strange question. I hope your wife and cat aren't angry, Raider. If you wanna.
No, it's good. They're asleep, both of them.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I just want to. It's always good to have like a Q&A afterwards, so we can actually focus. Answer questions. Yeah.
Exactly.
We're already so fucking focused on smoke grenades and push. I liked the performance of Deus Ex One's voice actor a lot. I forgot his name. Wasn't in a
Oh
lot of other
yeah,
video games, like the original Deus Ex One. In fact, let me look him up right
yes,
now. I'll look him up real
it
quick.
was
I'm blanking on his
epic.
name. I'm just looking it up on IMDb right now. And I'm talking about Deus Ex that was released in 2000 by like Warren Spector. That was a J. Anthony Frank, who did J.C. Denton and Paul Denton. So he had a lot of
Yeah, the
talent and a lot of
brother.
range. Right. And that, I liked his performance because I thought it was interesting the way they wrote him. Because, see, like, voice acting isn't just about, like, the acting that you do, it's also about the writing, of course, you know? And not just the actor's interpretation of the lines, but the way that the writer and the actor communicate with that. And I had some very interesting direction and creative, well, I had some interesting creative back and forth between the director of Underhill and me. And because he trusted me and he directed me the way he wanted, and he trusted my ability, we were able to create some interesting things. And one of the things that Deus Ex 1 did that I thought was very interesting is the way they depicted J.C. Denton. He was very stoic in all the writing that he did. And the player kind of like projected his own thoughts onto him just because he was so stoic. It was like in his head. It's kind of like a silent. Here's my perspective. It's kind of like a silent protagonist, like Gordon Freeman. Like the point is like, oh, the player projects whatever he wants into Gordon Freeman's head. You know, like those are his thoughts, and that's how he reacts to the
Yes.
situation around him. To me, what I thought was interesting is the way J.C. Denton kind of had that beneath his stoicism. You know, like he acted stoic on the outside, but to me, like the player is still projecting onto him. You know, because he didn't emote all the time and like loudly profess his opinions, other than the opinions that you chose through the dialogue that you chose, because it was a role-playing game. So I would say, yeah, I would say that Frank's performance was good, but it was also a question of the writing and stuff. Because I guess what I'm saying is I'm answering like my favorite, not just my favorite voice actor performance, but my favorite like writing, and I really like those aspects and how they mesh together because I think it's a holistic thing. It's everything together. Other vocal performances, I don't know. I can't say. I like the protagonist of Bulletstorm, Steve Blum. Steve Blum's very funny, or Bloom, I forget his name. Uh, as Cowboy Bebop, he was good too.
Oh yeah, Cowboy
Yeah.
Bebop, amazing.
Yeah, and he's a great voice actor. He's a very interesting, high-pitched, gravelly voice. You know, it's very cool. Uh, as far as inspiration, though, for my voice acting, I didn't really use other actors. I used my friends in the military and a lot of like military combat footage for reference and inspiration. So it wasn't so much that I was inspired by any other actors. Uh, and going back to what I was saying, I had the freedom to write whatever I wanted. So like that's why I think the performance worked is because like it was all down to one person's creativity. Just like with Mark Winter, you know, he's doing all the audio editing. He doesn't have to blend with another creative person. He could just do it, you know. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Uh, they want to see your cat, Raider.
Yeah, I don't have a webcam, so you're out of luck, guys. Sorry. She's
I
right here
sound,
next to me.
man, he sounds really great now. Lol, just saying thank you. Saw an Angry Joe show, Deus being one of the worst. What? Oh, well, I didn't play the new Deus Ex. I only played the first one. Let me. I'm bouncing around on the streams, so excuse me. Where did you hear gaggle fucking from? Asks Cell Processing. That's interesting. That is a Marine Corps thing, a United States Marine Corps thing. I don't know if the United States Army does that, but I have a Marine Corps friend, and I was talking to him, and I was like, tell me some really Marine-y terms, because I want to put, like, some stuff in there. The security team's ambiguous, right? Like, it's not clearly anything, but except for, like, American, you know, because their accents are American. But I wanted it. I did want to have like military influence, right? Military terminology, whether it was from the Marines or the Army or whatever. And he told me gaggle fuck, which means when everybody's all bunching together, it's called a gaggle fuck. So you know, tell them to quit gaggle fucking. You know, spread out. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're all gonna get killed. So that's what the gaggle fucking's from. Specifically, yeah, one of my Marine friends told me about that. Who also likes Insurgency a lot, and has turned on a bunch of other Marines to Insurgency. We actually have a lot of veterans and a lot of current service members who play Insurgency. So it's very interesting to interact and see the patterns in our fan base.
That is really cool, man.
Yeah.
Veterans playing a game such as Insurgency, because I think that it probably captures that teamwork element and that a little bit of that tension they have and that
Oh yeah.
competitiveness. Yeah, that's great.
And furthermore, like we've had veterans say like, I can only play. In our survey, right? One of the answers that somebody gave was really gratifying to read, and it read, "I just want to let you guys know I love Insurgency. I'm a combat veteran. I've seen combat. I think he explained that he was in a recent war, a recent American war, Afghanistan or Iraq. And he said, I really like Insurgency, guys. I can only play it for so long because it's so realistic, and that's a good thing." So we were able to artistically bring that tension back to him, right? And he was adult enough to like acknowledge that and like step away from it when he needed to step away from it, right? But also see like the beauty in that we were able to depict that performance, you know? Now we've had other veterans who have said like just on Reddit, like we'll read about guys like, "Oh, for anybody who's buying Insurgency, be careful because the sound is very realistic and I've seen it trigger several episodes of post-traumatic stress." So we read and we're like, "Oh shit!" Like we've actually talked about like putting a warning up, you know, because we don't want to trigger PTSD. It's just gratifying creatively that we're able to provoke people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like it shows that we've created an experience, you know, and that's not in a single player game. That's in a multiplayer game. People play multiplayer games like nobody ever talks about being fucking traumatized when they play Quake 3 and they get blown up by a rocket launcher, right? or Call of Duty or Battlefield. Like there's not much trauma because like everybody's just dying all the time.
Yeah,
like,
then
it's not realistic.
They don't lose anything, and
right?
Whatever.
It's a goddamn cartoon, you know. Like, but Insurgency, like even despite its multiplayer bias for like desensitization, because we're all very desensitized when we play multiplayer games. We have that experience, and we have provocation. Yeah, and
But I'm gonna link the survey here on stream.
Oh, please, yeah, guys. If you want to fill out the survey, guys, and also if you want to purchase Insurgency, I actually never plugged this until now. It's $15 on Steam, 15 American US dollars. I don't know how much. Portugal uses the euro, right?
Yes, it's like 13, 12 euros.
Okay. Yeah, so it's around there. We have 8 different competitive modes, which you see right here. We only played ambush, firefight. We didn't try occupy. We should try to occupy and push.
Yeah.
So we only really tried a few of them, and you saw like the fun we had. We have all these different maps, and there's different like multiple modes on each map. We have 3 cooperative modes which you didn't play. We'll play them next time. Don't worry. Checkpoint, hunt, and survival.
User was moved to your channel.
And yeah, like it's a lot that you get for $15. Also the training mission, which is fun. Oh man, my time is abysmal.
User was moved to your channel. User joined your channel. User was moved out of your channel.
The sniper already filled out the survey. Awesome.
What the hell, guys? Stop it.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel.
Oh, cell processing says that's okay.
Anything.
Yeah, no problem. Cell processing says I was in the army and play with 7th Cavalry once in a while. That's cool, Cell. I think I might have asked you about this before, but what's your MOS? Or what was your MOS, rather?
Your channel was
edited. Tufty says, I tried to fill out the survey, but I haven't played it enough to have a favorite map because of the freezes. I'm brand new. I want a brand new computer, and I only get them in Insurgency. Yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, guys, we are having some crashes. I was having them in the last stream. I wasn't having them now. We made some pretty significant changes to some of our structures, including like solving a memory leak. And that will be present in the beta branch, so you can play the beta and tell us if that's so, and it'll be present in the next patch, of course. And that was a big deal. And we made some other changes, optimizations as well. So I think that you guys are gonna be able to play with less crashing once this update comes out, because yeah, we've made some changes. And if not, like, and even now, send me your dump files. You know, every time your game crashes, you get a dump file. Check the forums, and there's explanations for where it is. It's in like the Insurgency 2 folder, something like that. And you could send them right to me on Steam, and leave them in a Dropbox comment on my profile, or add me, or do whatever. In the beta branch group would also work. or on the forums rather, not in the beta branch group. We like to keep that beta focused. And we will be getting the Mac working with the beta branch soon enough, hopefully. Trying to make progress on that. Oleus asks, I saw this question earlier, Oleus. Does Insurgency bring good income, or is $15 kind of cutting it short? We do well for the price that we charge. It's like I said, like, it's all about word of mouth and accessibility. Like, part of our motivation for charging it cheaply, just like I was saying with like the console stuff, is we want people to we want them to play, so they tell their friends and they get those friends to play. We just want to like spread the good word about first-person shooters, you know? And yeah, we do fine, and we have a lot of sales that are featured, which does great with us, and we grow, you know, we grow our fan base. Like right now, there's over 4,000 players. I think before that sale, just a couple weeks ago, around this time, like generally speaking, we'd probably have like between 2,500 and 3,000, you know? So we're growing, and the cost being lower is really helpful, because it means people buy it. They're willing to try something new, right? Because it is something new. They're willing to take a risk, more so than if it were like $60. And yes, the ragdolls will be changed. The ragdolls are gonna be changed in the beta. They look awesome. Lucho, yeah, I might have missed your question. Sorry. Guess you're familiar with South Park. Do you think Trey Park and Matt Stone do a convincing job voice Dan Castanella? Yeah, they do, and that's a measure. That's a measure of a voice actor's good ability, is the range you can do. Now, I can't do that great of a range, you know. Like, I was able to make all the Insurgency characters sound pretty distinct, you know, to the point where like people think there's multiple voice actors and it's just me. But that's like one of the hardest things to do as a voice actor, is have an impressive range, and that's what gets you hired, you know, is being able to do a lot of different voices. So yeah, I see Aaronzil is trying to get AIM together. Go for it, guys. And again, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to check it out, but the PvP was too fun. But there are also cooperative modes to this game, and you can see them right here. And we'll play them next time, don't worry. Also, if you guys are interested, I stream every weekend at this time, 3 p.m. Eastern. I feature a guest, usually, like the Raider right here beside me. Or we do a special playlist, or both, or something like that. Should Be Shocked says he spent 20 euros on this in early March 2013, and he wishes being able to support them even more with the original soundtrack, or even like a SWAT 4 like expansion. Yeah, I was a big fan of SWAT 4, man. A lot of people on the team were, actually. You know, we're big FPS guys, obviously. If you want to support us, buy another copy, give it to a friend. Buy
exactly.
I said this before in the stream before Thanksgiving. At the next family gathering, talk to your family about Insurgency. And it's fun, rewarding PvP and cooperative play. Turn them on to Insurgency and make it fun for the whole family.
Now that you guys mentioned SWAT 4, you know, I remembered something that I was wondering for quite some time. We've seen the settings in like Afghanistan. Where was the other?
Somalia.
Somalia,
Iraq.
exactly. Iraq. What about a map featured in American grounds? Have you thought about it?
Well,
or European grounds?
Like I said, officially, as far as official maps go, we like to try to keep the environments realistic, you know, because we're depicting like modern insurgent conflict, right?
Yeah.
And so we're focusing on that officially, but we have custom content. One of our best custom maps, I believe it's by Chief COTF, I believe, it's called The Burbs. Maybe we can get a workshop link. And the Burbs is like an American suburb invaded by insurgents, and there's destroyed tanks and jeeps and like pools and everything. It's kind of like Modern Warfare 2, you know?
I see.
And it's very cool. So we do have maps that are like that have very interesting environments. And I was actually playing some of those just last week, I think.
I see.
But yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
that's like as far as officially, we want to keep with our theme, uh, but the community can and has already created maps like that. Everyone in your unit plays Insurgency. Good. Now you must progress to other units in the other military branches of your country. Assuming that's what you meant, I don't really know. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything right now. Just checking the chat. I can't. It scrolls down automatically. I can't even fucking scroll up every time somebody talks.
Lucho is asking, do you have any preference on the game you're voice acting? Like, do you prefer first-person shooters, or would you consider other genres?
I would love to do some other genres. I like first-person shooters, and I have like a deeper, more militaristic sounding voice and manner of speaking. So I'm like naturally good at that. But I'd love to be something, branch out a little bit. Not anything crazy. I could leverage. I'm just speaking personally right now. I feel like I could leverage that ability, and I could, improve and try something new. If I were like a hard-boiled detective in an adventure game, I would love
Yeah.
that. I really liked, actually, speaking of voice acting performances that you were asking about, Lucho, I really liked the performance of the protagonist of The Wolf Among Us. I like characters like that, and I just thought his performance was great. Down on your luck, trying to figure out the case, and nobody respects you. Oh, he means in a game unit. You guys could, he also goes on to say, you guys could, a bit more variety to the maps, snow maps, maybe some small CQC foresty maps. Well, we do have heights,
Snow
we
maps
do have
we have.
peak. Yeah. But yeah, like, the official maps that we're putting in now, actually, guys, are the ones from the Razor and Game Banana map making contest. And there is some interesting variety there. Want to write that name down. Let me look up his name for you. Let me just go back to IMDb.
One of the things that I noticed when I was competing for the level design on Game Banana was how hard it was to enable a map to have dynamic elements, such as specifically lights that you can destroy and turn on and off.
Yeah, it's true. Source is not very cooperative with that, honestly.
At all. But now it would make even more sense to have something like that because of the night vision goggles. It made sense previously because of a flashlight, for example. And I believe we have flares, correct? Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
So that would make even more sense. And I keep imagining this sort of dungeon, a map where you have dungeons and you can shut down the lights, and then from that point on you either use flashlights or flares or even the night vision goggles, and it's a really scary theme because Insurgency can be pretty scary. I get scared the hell out of me sometimes. And I imagine like on a more darker map, more scarier map where you can shut down the lights and spook other players. I think that would be quite nice. To add that those dynamic elements like opening and closing doors, destroying specific walls, etc. I would really love to see that in Insurgency.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're limited by our engine. It's hard to do with Source, but for future Insurgencies, if they were to happen, we would have expand
those dynamic elements. Yeah. Because the game itself features everything you need. You have night vision goggles, you have explosives. So, I mean, the only thing missing is like grappling hooks and zip lines,
Get like fucking Battlefield 2 Special Forces.
Exactly.
And I wanted to say to you before, one of my favorite, speaking of nighttime stuff, one of my favorite things to do in Militia on CS was go into the tunnel and turn the lights out. And everybody would be like, why'd you do that? And I'd be like, whee, and turn my goggles on.
Now you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. There you go.
And then you get halfway down the tunnel and someone would turn them back on. You'd be like, you take it. There's, well, how much was it? Like $1,250 down the drain for your night vision goggles?
Yeah. Oh man, those were the days. But you know what I mean. When I say that would be really nice. But I know how a pain in the ass it can be, because I think there's something related to the engine having limited light source memory, and for every light you have, the texture has to be rendered with the light on and off, so it has to render the type of light for every single light. So if you have a corridor with 10 different lights, it has to render the corridor with each specific light on and off. So it's a huge combination, takes huge chunks of memory, and like even if the map compiles, when you're loading the map, it gives you an error and it just crashes. So it's a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But it would look amazing. So I'm, here's hoping for that new Insurgency with that new engine. Eventually.
No comment. Besides being an insurgent or a typical... You're just full of questions, Lucho. I love it. I feel so flattered. Thank you. Being an insurgent or a typical U.S. private, can you speak in any other type of voice and accent? Demonstrate, please.
Oh, this got real.
Well, let me think about... I was, I could tell you, maybe this will tempt you to play it. I've been in a bunch of different amateur projects, like I said, right? I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but there was a Half-Life 2 mod called The Forgotten Ones, where I did,
Never heard of that.
No? Yeah, it came out, it was actually on Steam for free.
Let me Google it.
Yeah, and it's an interesting story. It involves like a Russian guy seeking revenge on a German scientist for torturing and killing his family, no, that's not what it is. I did it a long time ago and I never got a chance to play it, but it involves a Russian guy seeking revenge on a German man for what happened during World War II. And I played the bad guy, which was an evil Russian man in it. So, I can't really demonstrate for you now because I wouldn't do good justice, but you're free to look it up. It's called The Forgotten Ones. Other voices I've done, I haven't, I'm not very good at like a British accent or anything. Accent training is still something I need to work with. Like I said, like I want to branch out and try like an adventure game where I'm a detective or something. I am a little limited as far as like my experience goes in that I do like soldiers and Marines, and I admit, and fighters, and I admit that, which is why it'd be awesome to get an adventure game going, and try something else, expand. Maybe not yell for like 75% of the voiceover. I was gonna say something else. No, I forgot. Oh yeah, after Insurgents, like going off what I was saying about the soldiers, like my current project right now, since I'm mostly done with Insurgency, is Black Mesa, and like Black Mesa, I'm all the Marines, I'm every one of the Marines. So I'm not branching out too much just yet. But I'm comfortable here, and I feel like I do a good job, and I do it justice. Yeah, I was talking about a source mod called The Forgotten Ones, not about a show. But there's Let's Plays online that you can watch, yeah. There isn't much dialogue in it, but some of the dialogue is me. One of the townsfolk. And also the antagonist is me. An evil Russian man.
Nice. I just remembered, here's a suggestion for a future event.
Sure.
You were talking about doing a live stream with someone Russian, and I pointed you out to that guy Ruskov, etc. And I just remembered that it would be really cool to do this community event with YouTubers and streamers. I'm sure we can find at least a dozen of them, and do like this to promote the competitive side of things. To do a live friendly tournament or a pub, with the competitive settings, with everyone streaming and just promoting the game. That would be really nice with, let's say, like 5 versus 5 YouTubers versus, or even 5 YouTubers versus 5 game developers, or mixed team between YouTubers and developers, and do just like a bunch of teams and compete, and then like do some giveaways. I would totally be down to that, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be awesome. We were actually talking to some other streamers about that, actually. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, we could talk more about that later. It would be cool.
All right.
Do like,
nice.
Whether, like you said, whether it was devs versus streamers or like a mixture, it'd be very interesting. I'm
Yeah,
curious to see who the better men would be.
Yeah, the developers are the players.
Because you don't know, like, gotta spend a lot of time developing. You know, your skills get a little,
Yeah.
slow. But not me. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'll kill just among the
you are
others.
a really good player. I was watching you play. Really nice, man. Really nice. Well done.
Thank you. I got lucky with a lot of those hero caps. And I still gotta go back to that market push on Bravo. And I yelled, "Transition!" when I pulled out my fucking 1911.
That was really nice.
Yeah, it was good. Do you think you could take on a movie career? Oh, what's this? Like previously mentioned, South Park or The Simpsons, because now, knowing you did almost all the screams and sound of the game, you're truly talented. Oh, you're the archetype of a true American hero in terms of voice set. You're really flattering me now, Lucho. Thank you. I don't consider Trust me, I'm no hero. But I'm flattered all the same. And to answer you, I forget if I answered your question. Yeah, I do think Matt Parker and Trey Stone and they do a really good job. And I forget his name from The Simpsons as well. I didn't know there's a guy with multiple voices on The Simpsons. I only know that Bart's voiced by a girl. But I don't know. Yeah, as far as like voice acting goes, like I'm open to it. Right now, I'm focused on Insurgency and exposure and game design. Game development and design interests me a little more than acting does. To commit, like if I had to commit to one of them, it would be game development because I'm very interested in that. And voice acting is like kind of something I do on the side now, because the acting world is like a whole different ball game, and I'm too excited by what's going on in gaming right now, and that's why I guess we're taking a step back, but that's why New World Interactive wanted to hire me, is they recognized that passion, and that's why I wanted to work for them, is because they saw that I cared enough about the game to be playing and testing, even though I wasn't getting paid for it as a contractor, So I'm very invested in this world, not just in the voice acting world, but in the gaming world. I'm more invested in the gaming world than I am in the voice acting world. I just do voice acting because it's creatively good and I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, Sniper points out that he has a slight feeling that all the voices sound similar. And yeah, it's true. No, I admit to that. You can tell, if you listen closely, you can kind of tell. And you can do the same thing with a lot of different actors, and a lot of different voice actors. One of the things I get criticized for, talking about criticism of the voiceover, is people say my accent isn't very good. We wanted to have it be all English for various reasons. The main one being I don't speak Pashto or Dari or Arabic, and we only had one voice actor because of time and budget and such. But also we wanted the characters to know what was going on, all the players to know what was going on, and I think basically I wanted to make them sound distinct, it was important to me that they all sound different from each other. And because of that, I've spent less time working on an accent for the insurgents and more time working on making them sound different. Because I had to sound like 4 different people, right? Security leader, security subordinate, insurgent leader, insurgent subordinate. So that was my main
And
concern.
it worked, to be honest, because only today when you were doing, your thing, I realized, oh wait, it is really him.
Yeah, did you know that before we started the stream, that I did every voice?
No,
Really?
I did not.
Oh, awesome.
No, I did not.
Very
and
cool.
I genuinely thought there were several voice actors, not just one.
Oh, later, Olius. Thank you for tuning in, man, and thank you for your questions. I'm always happy to answer them. And yeah, people can always mod the voices, and there are some good mods for the insurgents in particular. I don't know if I've seen any for the security. Someone has OxyClean tells me I have a $45 bounty on me to knife me. Oh shit, that went up. It was 20 before.
45 now, dude.
Yeah, I'm like fucking Chris Kyle, the sniper with the bounty on him in Iraq. Only
Yeah.
a lot less valued. $45. Is that all it costs for my life? Oh well, I'm still flattered. Okay, take care, Sil. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for asking questions and playing and covering me on Breeze. Sabnuk asks, how did you two manage to get together tonight? Oh, I reached out to him after seeing the video that he made of Insurgency. You know, like we're a small team, and I'm tight with the community, man. I'm watching you guys. We're all watching you guys, and we saw the video, and you know, like I just asked him, you want to do a stream? We'll talk a little bit about Insurgency and such.
I obviously couldn't refuse.
Yeah.
Because I was very flattered because I wasn't expecting it because in all honesty, I mean there's so many so much content out there, you know, why it could have been anyone else. And on top of that, you kind of unfortunately taking into account the behavior and the way other developers act towards the community, you kind of expect these types of things not to happen, you know.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so I was really surprised and I was, wow, this is really cool. Of course, let's do it.
Yeah. No, we're
so
sorry. We're a
oh, no,
small
go
team.
ahead, I was
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah, we're a small team, and we're paying attention to the community. And you know, like I'm the community manager, right? Now we're all involved with the community, absolutely. Like we all have very direct communication. We read the forums. That's why I keep pushing the beta branch on you guys, because like, we want your feedback. Like benefits us and you to make a good game. But like we're not like a big company that like can't afford to interact with the community for PR reasons, or for reasons that like something might slip, or you might, I don't know, tarnish the reputation of the company for which you work or something. No, like we're not like above you guys. We're with you guys. We're making a game that we want to play, and we want you guys to play, and we'll play with you. Like, what's wrong with that? I don't fully understand why bigger studios don't do it. I assume it's just because there's so much tape. It gets very bureaucratic, and it's just plain hard when you're making games that have a lot of money behind them, you know. And I get it,
exactly.
But at the same, I get it. But at the same time, like, and I guess it would be judgmental or unfair for me to say like they're doing it wrong. But for us, like with the project that we have, we're doing it right. You know,
Indeed, you are. Yeah.
What's wrong with fucking once a week, Saturdays, 3 p.m. Eastern, playing with some people and answering questions? And if I can't answer a question, I won't answer. I'll tell you, I'm sorry. I gotta be secretive about that. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
So what's the? Yeah, I was told, Sniper, that I had a bounty. I like how we're calling you Sniper and not by your Twitch name. I have a bounty on me in that game that we just played. We'll have to let's keep track of this. It's $45. They basically said like, oh, $20 for whoever knifes Mikey. They told me like in between rounds when we could talk to each other over the mic, and I was like, oh shit, $20. Like I didn't know you guys put a bounty on me. Now I almost got knifed by a person, but my boy Yogurt with the M249 saved me. I might have been able to kill him myself, not sure, but Yogurt solidified my safety. And so he killed me, and I killed him, or Yogurt killed him, and I was not knifed. Now I'm told by OxyClean, who I played with last night, and I think he was in today. Yeah, that was Dance. Dance is OxyClean in Twitch. He said the bounty is now at $45. I don't know how it goes up. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen any posters around town, the Wild West, but it's up now, so maybe we'll keep track of that. Everybody remember that my bounty's at $45 now, until I get knifed, and that person gets $45 from somebody. I don't know who. Yes, since 1963, Olius. Do you have any other hobbies or interests aside from voice acting? No, it's okay. I'm sorry if I'm getting clingy. You're not getting clingy, because I've always wanted to visit the U.S. and asking you questions is basically my only way to have an insider perspective of a typical American, at least a talented voice actor. Well, I'm flattered again, thank you. But there's plenty of talent out there. Like I think you were asking before, like, if you want to get involved in game development, and it's a very international thing, you know? Like, get involved. You'll meet Americans if you're curious about America. They're all over the internet, you know? We're all English speaking, and the internet speaks a lot of English. And they're in game development as well as all the other countries. So, but yeah, interests and hobbies besides voice acting, I don't know. I play a lot of computer games, first-person shooters. I've been playing them since I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Counter-Strike, Half-Life 1, narrative stuff, Half-Life 1 mods, Azure Sheep, They Hunger, Heart of Evil, Day of Defeat, Counter-Strike, all the Delta Force games, fucking Alien vs. Predator 2, SWAT 3, SWAT 4, Ghost Recon 1, the other Ghost Recons, though I don't like them as much, Rainbow Six, Rogue Spear. I've been playing shooters for a while, and some classic RTS, Command & Conquer series, the earlier Command & Conquers, StarCraft. I'd say gaming's my main hobby and my passion. I haven't had time yet to focus and try to find some other hobbies. I like playing paintball and airsoft, but it's expensive and I don't get many opportunities around where I'm from. So if anybody wants to invite me to their country to play airsoft or paintball with them, I'd happily oblige. I'm interested to see what other airsofters and paintballers are like, because I get the impression the American airsoft culture is a little more juvenile than in other parts of the world. But maybe you can answer that.
Here,
do you know
here
much
in
about
Portugal, here in Portugal we have a really cool spot to play paintball here, close to where I live.
Yeah.
It's an abandoned villa, and it's really nice, especially playing Capture the Flag.
That's
It's
so
really
cool!
Yeah. And it's amazing to play Capture the Flag there. The clubs that we have that play paintball are mostly older than 25. They're between 25 and like 45 years old. At least the guys that I've met, and I've met
That's
quite a few.
surprisingly mature, really. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be coming to Portugal, shooting up people in abandoned villas with you.
That would be amazing.
It would probably look a lot like Market Push B and C, right?
Yeah,
Only a lot bigger,
probably.
I guess. But the
Yeah,
similar
a little bit
coloring,
bigger.
like
Yeah.
the what's that material they build the villas out of? It's like
It's here in Portugal.
yeah.
It's just I don't know, cement, bricks and cement,
okay.
regular.
I thought there was I thought in Western Europe there were also a lot of buildings. What's that material? Like the yellow and the red.
Plaster?
They build houses
No,
out of
no.
plaster, I guess. I don't know, but I've seen like old Spanish buildings, and they're built out of
Yeah.
maybe it's just colored cement. I don't know. I thought there was a different material for it, but yeah. Somebody asked, Oleus asked, what would you do professionally if you couldn't do voice acting? Game development, probably. I'm interested in I'm passionate about it. That's why I'm doing the job that I'm doing now, Like, I am in game development. But if I weren't what I mean by that is, if I weren't a voice actor, then I would probably have some other technical skill that I would have devoted my time into. I'm really passionate about computer gaming, and I'm happy to contribute to the medium as far as voice acting goes. That's kind of what it's about for me. And I don't know. I don't know which I would get into if I hadn't devoted time to voice acting, or if maybe I will start exploring other aspects of game development. But right now, I'm excited at the opportunity to contribute to game development by way of community management, and by voice acting. These are ways that which I can express my passion and be proud of it, Either that or I don't know, be a cop or be in the military. I don't know. I didn't like school when I was schooled. I was bored by it. I spent my last year of college playing a lot of PlanetSide 2. Like a lot of PlanetSide 2.
That is a really cool game.
Yeah, it was cool. It was interesting. I wish it had more MMO-ness to it.
Yeah,
What's that? Exactly.
no
I was just
endgame.
gonna say exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's like I say this as a joke to everybody, but it's true. It's like fucking 1984 by George Orwell, right? I mean, the Terran Republic is like East Asia, right? The new conglomerate's like Oceania. There's three factions endlessly fighting each other for some like elitist bureaucracy out there that's just reaping the rewards and oppressing its people. Like it's really bleak and dystopian.
It's just it should have also feature dungeons with PvE.
That'd be interesting.
Like global events. Like I don't know, man. They could have made something different, but it's just let's
We'll
move
see.
on to the next.
Everybody wants it, dude. Everybody wants the FPS MMO. Maybe we'll get it.
Yeah.
I want to play Star Citizen, and I want to be a fucking Marine in space, and I want to board ships, and I'm going to tear shit up, dude.
Oh, yeah,
I can't wait
likewise.
for that shit.
We're already planning for that. We're so pumped
Yeah.
for that game.
Wayne Wimbley says stucco. Yeah, maybe it's stucco that I was thinking of, actually. Oleus, you know a bit about programming? No, I don't know anything about programming. But I would learn about it if I, like, weren't a voice actor. I think I would have gotten into some other aspect of that game development. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going in between the chats, so pardon my pausing. You should definitely try out other genres of strategy. Men of War and Wargame are quite awesome. I have played both those, actually. I played Men of War, brother. I played Men of War back when it was Soldiers, Heroes of World War II. And I played the demo, like, over and over and over. I got my American guys to get in the German artillery. I experimented with that. That's a very interesting game. Soldiers, Heroes of World War II, and now more popularized as Men of War, which is basically like a vast improvement on it. And I like it. I'm just really bad at RTS games. I don't know. I'm just not good at them. War Game I also played, and it was fun. It's cool. I appreciate it. I also played World in Conflict, which kind of inspired it, as I understand. But again, like, I'm just not good. I played the RTS games. I'm just not good at them. And you gotta, you know, people get into the multiplayer when they play that. Damn, Mike, you demand, says the sniper. Thank you, man. I don't hate school. Like, school's not stupid. I just didn't, like, I wasn't passionate
We
about
can
my
agree that
studies.
the educational system is flawed across the board.
Well, I don't want to get...
I'm a teacher, so...
Yeah. Well, I can only speak personally. Like, I guess we're getting pretty personal at this point, but oh well. I committed to a study. I was interested in radio, right? And I studied mass communications, which ended up being, like, more sociological than technical, you know? So I felt like I was learning stuff that wasn't relevant to what I really cared about, which is, like, radio and voice acting. And so I didn't care about those studies that I'd committed to, you know? Now, I still found it interesting, you know? There were aspects of it that I found interesting, but I had a lot of classes that were uninteresting, you know? And that was just my experience, you know? And, you know, like, your passion is what carries you through, you know? And I wasn't studying what I was passionate about, you know? And I found passion in other ways, like through the radio station when I was at school. That I found passion through and gratification. Sneaky Back asks, is Insurgency free? No, it is not free. Let me get you a link. Insurgency costs $15 on Steam. I'm on my other computer here, so excuse me. Yeah, it's $15 on Steam when you... Excuse me, I burped. When you buy it, you get these 8 competitive modes, these 3 cooperative modes. It's a multiplayer game. I don't know if you're just tuning in or not, but it's a multiplayer game. There's no single player to it. What we've just been playing was a lot of the PvP stuff that you might have seen, but there's also a bunch of different co-op modes, and that's all for $15, right? So that's a pretty good price. So here's the link. And guys, I know you're all Insurgency fans, because I know you've bought the game by this point. But if you have any friends, like, that's the way our game spreads, man, is word of mouth. And that's why our price is so cheap. So you can convince your friends to get it, and that's the way that we gain popularity, is by word of mouth. It's close to free, points out Bauer Twitch. Yes. If you skip 3 sandwiches just in your diet, like over the course of the next week, I don't know, like eat some leftovers or cook for yourself, you know. Don't go out and buy a bagel or a sandwich or a coffee. You can easily save up the money to buy Insurgency. And we go on sale very often, too. So. I know what you mean, Lucho. Yeah. And thank you for saying that. I don't consider myself a nonconformist or anything. I'm flattered that you say that, because you're saying it out of flattery. But, no, I'm just, I don't know. Everybody finds their own path, in a way. And they really do. That's just the way it works. And I think a lot of paths are non-traditional when you really look at them. And, you know, 5 years from now, you might find yourself somewhere you never expect to be. So, any other questions? Or could we leave on that positive note? That positive, inspirational note. Don't starve for AAA titles. Buy Insurgency, says Bauer Twitch. I like that. On a scale from 0 to Raider, how much do you love alcohol? Interesting. Well,
Best question of the night.
Before I answer that, are you an alcoholic, Raider?
Only at Saturday nights, man.
Well, what time is it?
Well, it's almost it's 1 a.m. here.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Are you drunk and surly? Is that what's going on?
Nah, I saved my brain for the live stream.
Of course, you gotta keep your skills focused.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or else I would probably be like,
Yeah.
wasted.
Get on Bravo, Raider. You get on Bravo.
You get me another beer, bro.
I don't really drink that much actually. I don't smoke either.
Nah, me neither. I drink occasionally, especially during weekends. But I don't really have the habit of drinking.
Yeah, me neither. To answer the question, no, I don't really drink. Too busy playing computer games. That moment in GTA 5 when you die, that's the one Raider is when he drinks.
Yeah.
Wasted. The camera goes up and it shakes left and right, you know. And you wake up in the hospital for only $100.
Yeah.
And you keep, wait a sec, in GTA you keep your weapons if you go to the hospital, right?
I don't think you keep your items, but I think they take your weapons.
Oh, okay. I thought that was only the police station.
Oh no, you're right. That's the police station. Oh no, you keep your weapons. You're right.
Yeah. So they roll in on the fucking cart of the EMTs, like holding your IV and stuff. And you've got like 4
RPG.
assault rifles on you and your RPG. Oh, that's fine. Just go downstairs when
Take your belongings.
when they fucking what's the word? They to send you out of the hospital. They discharge you. When you're discharged from the hospital, they just go downstairs, you can collect your weapons and personal items. See, wallet, hat, AK-47, Gauss rifle.
Oh, somebody's asking if the Insurgency forums are down. Are they?
Yes, unfortunately, the Insurgency forums are down. We were hacked, unfortunately, but we were gonna host some new forums and a new website anyway, so we're gonna have a new website. That's the reason why they're not up yet, is because we're working on a new website, and with that will come new forums and such. It'll be also like a general New World Interactive site, you know.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and that'll be announced once it happens. Which is your hobby, PE or streaming? Asks. Oh, that's for you. Sorry.
I'm not sure. I answered anyways.
Yeah. YouTube and streaming.
PR? No. PR. Oh, PE. No. Never mind.
Did you mean physical education? I think that's.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's not my hobby. That's my one of my part-time jobs.
Yeah. I guess like I exercise, but that doesn't really count as a hobby. Someone was asking about my hobbies earlier. I just do it so I don't. When you work in game development, like you sit a lot, and you have to make sure that you take care of your body. Like as far as like eating right and doing exercise. What are your thoughts about corporations like EA or Activision? Do you think they give a bad image to the game industry? I know Raider hates them, but since you're inside the industry, any thoughts? Well, I don't know. I could speak personally, I guess, not of the opinion of New World Interactive, but I could speak to you personally. I personally don't really like Call of Duty or Battlefield, and I don't like their DLC practices, the way that they charge. I don't like the gameplay. I don't like playing those games that much, and I don't like the kinds of stories they have in their single players, and I don't like those, generally speaking. I do not like those kinds of games. I don't like the games those publishers publish, personally. And, as far as, like, New World Interactive goes, like, we don't want to do stuff like that. We want to have free DLC. All of our DLC is free. The Molotov Spring update, the Hunt update, all of that is free. All that content, you could go to the Year 1 announcement post if you want to read about all the free content that we offered. We don't charge for that sort of thing. Because, again, it's about word of mouth, and it's about respecting the buyer, Now, DLC is not a bad word. Well, it kind of is, unfortunately, but it's not a bad thing. Like, the expansion pack has existed, right? And it's fine. Like, you purchase more content. But there's a difference between like an expansion pack, DLC, and nickel and diming you and charging for, you know, a skin of weed on your gun and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, or a wolf. But you know, that's me speaking personally mostly. So yeah, I'm just not a fan of those games personally. Yeah, BF4's story, I was not taken by that one. BF3 had a couple interesting missions, but I don't know. In my opinion, they should focus on what they do best, which is multiplayer. They might not have had so many problems
True.
on release if they did.
Yep.
Since you're from Jersey, please say that you don't approve of the practices of those guys at the Jersey Shore. That's overblown. Like, I don't think the Jersey... since I was young, I would go to the beach in New Jersey, and it was not like that. It was like the beach. And I haven't been there in a while, but I don't think... Someone once told me from the shore, like, you know, if you go there now, it's like they suddenly happened. It's not like when we were younger. But I think that's overblown. It's only certain parts of New Jersey, probably up north by the shore. Not... I don't know, I guess I don't approve. I never really watched the Jersey Shore. I understand it's about a bunch of guys that are really narcissistic and kind of obnoxious. Like, of course I don't approve of that. Nobody does. Nobody watches that show does. But, I don't know. I didn't watch it. Whatever. Float your boat as far as entertainment goes. But I don't think the Jersey Shore is really like that. If you want to see what Jersey Shore is really like, watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's episode. Some parts of it are kind of gross. Oh, Licho, you're from Portugal. Very cool. What are your thoughts on Valve's recent announcement with Workshop and creators charging money for their mods? Yeah, for non-Valve games, the creators of mods will be able to charge on their own or keep it free. Yeah. Do you mean that in regards to Insurgency? I'll assume that that's what you mean. Personally, I think it's a good idea. That's cool. I can understand apprehensions about it, but I think it's all right. Like, and also, like, as far as New World Interactive's opinion goes, that's something that we would explore. Yeah. I guess one of the things I should just do, actually, using this opportunity, is really just ask you guys. Because what we want to do with something like that is what our community wants, you know, obviously. So how would you guys feel about that if we charged for workshop content? And the way it would work is, basically, you get on the workshop, right? You're a creator, right? The creator is charging. We aren't charging. The guy who makes it is charging. You can also put stuff up for free. And all that stuff that is free now would be free unless, I don't know, I guess the creator decided to start charging for it. I don't know how that would work. I don't know the nuances of the system. But the creator puts up a skin that's really good for $2, right? And you have to pay $2 to get it. That $2 goes to him, to New World Interactive, and to Valve, right? It's split. However it would be split. How do you guys feel about that? And the Raider, how do you feel about it? We, like, honestly, like, we're exploring the idea. Like, we don't want to do anything our community doesn't like, so it's something that we would explore. But my reaction initially is like, what's wrong with that, you know? Like,
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, you're giving your users a way to make money through your game, and then we also make money, and Steam makes money. Like, everybody wins to me. I could see people being like, you know, if everything were charged, then that would be unfair. Yeah, because then nothing's free on the workshop suddenly, and then you have to pay for custom content, and that's no better than like nickel and diming people for DLC. But it's up to the creator, you know. And if the creator makes a shitty skin and he charges $10 for it, then everybody's gonna go, no, fuck you, I'm not gonna pay $10 for that. And then he'll either lower the price or he'll make it free or he'll take it down. You know, like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So you do whatever you want.
Rules should be applied. Like, you can only try and monetize your content if it gets, you know, a good amount of positive ratings. Then you should be able to monetize it, or else you would just scam people.
Yeah, it could be. But okay, Olius says the creator wants to charge. Sure, I wouldn't pay $2 though. I like default skins on it. Yeah, I would pay $2 personally for Brightside's ACR, right? But I might not pay $2 for, I don't know, the Insurgent Brotherhood of Nod skins. As much as I like them, I don't know if I'd pay $2. So it gets a little tricky, and I understand apprehension about it. But as long as, like, it's up to the creator, you know, and it's not like a forced purchase. Like, I don't see any real problem with it. Also, it's purely aesthetic. It's not like you're buying a better gun, right? That shit wouldn't fly. But what is okay, the sniper says he's kind of against it just to save his wallet. It would kind of suck for us customers. Well, maybe, but our customers are also our content creators, right? People who make custom content for Insurgency own Insurgency. And, like, who's to say they can't have the option to make money? Again, it's an option. Like, they can do it if they want. The only way it would really suck is on an individual level. Like, if somebody makes a really badass skin and charges for it, then you have to pay them to get it. But again, like, think about the incentive that creates, you know? Like, a lot of people, they make custom content, and they do it just because it's gratifying, you know? But if you charge for it, then you put a lot of effort into making something good looking, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I feel like it'll just work out itself, you know? It's because it's optional, and I feel like that's good generally. Bauer says you should be able to test it first. That could be good, yeah. Maybe like as a trial, you could play with it for a little while, and if you wanted to keep it. Because I always find it fun to like experiment with skins and stuff, and that would be cool. Then you charge for it. On the other hand, the creator could be like, what the hell, like don't let people try, excuse me, don't let people try on my skin. I worked hard to make that, and that's why I'm charging for it. Let me decide whether I want people to trial it. Maybe that should be up to the creator rather than the company. I don't know. It's yeah, that's something that we're definitely talking about. It's an interesting topic. So yeah, if you guys, I think we should probably have a thread in the Insurgency Steam forums dedicated to that. I'd be interested to hear your opinions. Bauer asks, how many people are working on Insurgency? About 20. About 20. All over the world. Canada, America, Mexico, France, Germany, the Netherlands. Yeah, we have a lot of exposure. I guess with an Americas and Western European bias is what I would say. Ark, our new support guy, is from the Czech Republic, so we're bleeding into the Eastern Europe a little bit. And we all work out of our homes, you know, and that's one of the cool things. When you have an international team, you need that, you know.
Yeah, that's really, really, really cool. I mean, honestly, that's like a dream come true. Doing what you love with the ability to work from home, it's just awesome. Just awesome.
It really is. Are you playing a custom map right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm playing my own map.
Oh, can I come in and see?
Sure.
I don't know if I can join. I mean, I can see in the stream, but
I'm updating the server.
oh, the sniper is leaving. Bye, dude. Have a
All
good
right,
sleep. I hope
Take
you
care,
dream
man.
of playing the objective.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Luch was
More
asking if I
360
was
no
hyped
scopes.
during the World Cup. I don't really watch many sports. I don't watch any sports, so I was not quite hyped. Okay, Zabnuk's out. Bye, Zabnuk. I'm not able to join your server. Not sure.
Can update the server because I created that server. Yeah,
Oh, is
I'm
it LAN?
updating.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm updating our custom server.
Sure.
For some reason, I couldn't make it work. We have two servers. One of them is not working, so I'm trying the other one.
Cool. Oh, shit, tomorrow is the Super Bowl. Okay. I probably won't be watching it, but Olius asks, Ark's a dev now? Nice. Yep, Ark is a supporter, a developer, and a supporter of the community and technical support. What are your thoughts on weapon crates in CSGO? Personally, I don't like them. They're 100% optional, though, so... Well, as far as North Interactive goes, no, we don't like that sort of thing because we want you to just choose whatever you want, really, you know? Like, go on the workshop, find the thing that you want, and download it, and then just have it. We don't want to nickel and dime you. We don't want to, like, make you roll the dice to, like, have a weapon skin. That's not... You know, it wasn't always like that, you know? You used to just be able to choose. Now, I get it. Like, it's fine that you want to have that model, but it's really economic, and you get to show off, which is cool, and you create value, and it's impressive to have a cool gun, and a cool knife, It costs 260 real life dollars. But that's not really our philosophy. And I personally, I don't really like it that much. But I get it, you know. Well, thank you. We love you too. We love you for loving it, baby. I'm still not able to join. I don't know if I should do something else.
I'm still updating the server.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
This is still the LAN server.
Lucho asks, probably the most important question of all, Coke or Pepsi? I don't really drink a lot of soda. Kind of depends on like my mood. Like if I haven't had Coke in a while, I'll have Coke. If I haven't had Pepsi in a while, I'll have Pepsi. If I could only live with one, probably Coke. I think I prefer Coke products, like Sprite over Sierra Mist is Pepsi, right? Pretty sure it is. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna use the bathroom.
Alright, see you soon.
Not a druggie.
Okay, let's see if the server is working.
I'm back.
Alright, I'm trying to see if the server works now.
Okay.
The map is in the Steam Workshop. It's called Docs.
Oh.
I'm not aware if I uploaded the latest version because it was really glitchy, the last one, and even the latest is still nowhere near finished. It is a lot of work, yeah, and the servers are not working. Why? What the hell?
Question by Bad Bonga. Have you guys looked over the surveys? If so, what did you think of the response by the community? Well, overall, it's been really, really gratifying. Like, seriously, we got a lot of support, a lot of flattering words. And it just goes to show you, like, it makes you proud, you know, it makes you feel really happy that you did a good job and people like playing the thing that you worked so hard to create, you know. And we also got constructive feedback, you know, on ways that we can improve on certain things. Like, oh, we don't like how the bots always blow you up with an RPG. And, you know, maybe we could take steps to improve that. Or, oh, we like this map, but we don't really like this map. Because there's all kinds of questions on there, right? And, you know, questions like this right here. Like, what would you like to see in another Insurgency game? You know, we're reading all that kind of stuff, you know, take it into consideration. And maybe we could improve our game with that. So we've had a really, really good response. We're really happy with that. And yeah, we're looking over, we're reading them, man. There's a lot of survey responses, and we read them. Actually, I read some real funny stuff. Don't know. We have open-ended areas, right? Which is what I was talking about earlier about the veteran who was telling us the game was provoking of his trauma, but that he still really enjoyed it and respected it for that. A lot of really gratifying comments like that, you know, really interesting comments like that. Derpcack Monster says there's a new cheat in the workshop. You should take a look at it. Can you give me a link? I'll take a look at it right now. It's one of those glowing skin packs. Yeah, report it and also get me a link. You gotta attack exploiters on all sides. Elise says the Insurgency community is one of the best ever. I agree with that. I'm attempting to connect, but I'm not sure if it's working.
To the server?
Yeah.
It's not working, unfortunately.
That's okay.
I can't seem to make it work. Sorry.
No, that's fine. No need to be sorry. We'll check it out another time, and we should both be going anyway. You gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I'll go soon.
Well, any last questions before I head out? Are you guys on caffeine or what? Still live and a lot of power. It's the passion that drives us, Dr. Kill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol really. I don't smoke. I don't drink caffeine either. I have a lot of sleeping problems. The energy you hear was not chemically induced, other than the endorphins and euphoria in my brain. Elite linked the exploitive thing. Thank you, Elite. I'm glad many people are involved. It's making the game. Speaking of progression, one thing I was really interested in was that the next Insurgency game will be about. The survey asked you to pick what topic people would want to see. Anyone interested in that poll? Well, like I was saying earlier, we're focused right now on this Insurgency, right? We're not talking about like any other Insurgencies. That was just an idea to like get an idea like if we did another Insurgency, you know, what would you guys like to see? What would you be open to? What would you be opposed to? And I can't tell you specifically yet, but it's been pretty, I'd say it's been pretty even, save for like the zombie and the future conflict ones. Now I don't want to tell you anymore because I don't want to bias other people that might take the survey. But I can tell you that much: like, not a lot of people wanted a zombie mode, and they made comments saying like, "Please, zombie game rather." They made comments saying, "Please God, don't make a zombie game. Don't follow the trend." And we were like, "Don't worry, it's okay." Like zombie thing would be like a mod, like it is now. Mike Hawk, the guy I was talking about earlier, or I streamed with him a couple weeks ago. He had a zombie mode. I played it last night. It was actually pretty cool. So yeah, we don't I don't want to say any more because I don't want to bias any of the results. But yeah, I would say future conflict was not very popular, and the zombie thing. But that was a joke. Don't worry. Olias asked, when did you join NWI? I don't remember what it was like a long time ago. Voices were you joined them by who? They had a guy, I think from the mod, do a few voices. They didn't really have voices before I came. They were working hard on so many different things, and they were gonna worry about that later. But then I reached out, and that's why they were like, "Okay, well, if you're comfortable with it, you want to just do them all?" And I was like, "Okay," and I just worked with it, and I got comfortable with it, and I did all the voices. I joined in October 2013, when it was into early access a few months from release. Sure, no problem, bada binga boonga. I'm hoping for Balkans or World War II, too. Now there's something you don't hear every day. Wouldn't the Balkans be great, guys? I'd love to see an insurgency in Bosnia in the 1990s. DJ Next says, oh fuck, they captured Bravo. I don't know if that's the line. I thought the line was, oh fuck, they got Bravo! So not they captured, but they got. I think that's what it is.
I think
I have,
so, yeah.
I have a decent memory because I voiced all of it, I wrote all of it, but there are gaps sometimes. Is there going to be a search and destroy game mode in Insurgency? There kind of already is with Strike. Strike is our search and destroy. It was called search and destroy before, but now it's been modified. It only has one cache. Vehicles in next game? Tanks, jeeps, helis, please, pretty please. Dude, we're talking about Insurgency right now, all right? That's what we're developing. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. Like, if we made another game, you know, we'd have some other stuff in it. But I can't tell you anything about that because there are no plans for it. Right now, we're putting our resources into this Insurgency. One last question. Is this Raider Mike thing going to happen again? It sure was a gratifying and eye-opening experience. I'm glad you thought so, Lucho. Yeah, I'd love to play with you again, Raider.
Me too, man. Oh, that was really nice.
And the streamers v devs thing, that'd be pretty interesting, too. We were actually talking to another guy about that, so I'll put you down on the list for willing to play.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then
and you reach out to... I'm gonna own you, you son of a bitch. We're gonna have to create Server Island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean for all of us to play on.
Nah, it's okay. I don't mind the ping. I mean, today was okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
What was your ping number, would you say?
120, 130.
Yeah, I guess it could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse.
I have a friend, that Marine friend I was talking about, that told me the gaggle fuck line. He's stationed in Okinawa. So I play with it, and in Japan. So I play with him, and it's a huge bitch.
Like 400?
Very laggy. Like 300, yeah. Going up to 400, yeah.
Oh man, that's painful.
We'll get something in Europe that'll be like 200 for both of us. It'll be like, yay!
Nah, it's okay. I mean, the server we were playing on today, I'd say 90% of the times I died was because I sucked. So it wasn't the ping. Well, that's good. So it's okay.
Okay, yeah. And even with him, I guess maybe I'm overstating it. It's not always so bad. It's more like 150 to 200. But, yeah, no. This will happen. We'll be in touch and play again. And it would be really cool to do like a streamers v devs thing. Yeah, what I want to do for these things, guys, is I want to have guests. Like every week I plan on playing Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. And if you follow on Twitch, you'll get notifications for that. And yeah, I also want to like span it out, so I don't think we'll play next weekend. But you know, we'll probably play again. It's always fun to have guests.
I'd be honored, man.
And let me know. If you reach out to that Russian guy or any other streamers who would be interested in playing competitively, or if you know anybody who might like Insurgency, tell them I'd love to stream with them personally, just him and me.
Okay. All right.
I'd be happy to.
I'll look around, but so far I can only remember about that guy, Ruskov, because we used to play together back in the day, doing some videos for Battlefield. At the beginning, he still does Battlefield-related content, but I know for a fact that he enjoys Insurgency. So
there you go. Someone at Oleus asks, any word on jetpacks and lightsabers? There is a workshop item for a lightsaber. Not really? Kidding, dude. There's a fucking lightsaber on the workshop. That's it, man.
Amazing.
We've achieved critical user-generated content. There's a lightsaber on the workshop.
Really
so you
great,
can download that. Okay, Shuby Shock's out of here. Thank you, Shuby Shock. It was great to play with you. Or I don't know if you joined the server actually, but thank you for watching. And I see this standout glowing player models thing. Yeah, I'll have that reported in a jiffy.
So 90% of my deaths were because I was reaching for a beer. Not really.
Sopra says, I want that lightsaber! Someone give me the link! Alright, let me see if I can find that for you. There you go. If you click that link, you'll see 2 workshop items when I search for lightsaber. There's the lightsaber from Star Wars and a dildo. So, you know,
Oh wow, amazing.
It's whatever you want.
You choose.
Holy shit, thanks. You're welcome. Alright, with that, guys, I'm actually gonna... Oh, wait, I was clicking survey. Insurgency was developed in 2007? That's 8 years. Well, Insurgency started development before that. In 2007, Insurgency, the Half-Life 2 mod, came out, right? It released, and it was a mod for Half-Life 2 in 2007. And since then, there's been just a whole... It's been a whole process, right? Of, like, realizing you could become commercial, becoming commercial, and releasing a commercial product, you know? So it's been a long time, and it's been quite a ride, but it's been very gratifying. And I joined late, like I joined during early access when we were close to release, so I'm not privy to a lot of that process, but even just from what I've seen, like, disregarding like how far we've come since the mod, look at how far we've come since release, right? And all the stuff that we've released, all for free. So... But, the dildo for campers. Yeah, butt fuck the sniper. Good idea. Good, Sapper. Use your lightsaber. Or your dildo. Who am I to tell you? Who am I to judge you for your tastes? In workshop skins. Alright, guys. With that, I think I'm going to go to bed. Once again, Raider, thank you for playing with me.
My pleasure, man. Pleasure
was all
mine.
I'm in the base. I'm in my recording booth right now. What time is it in New Jersey? Oh, it's only 8:45. I'm not going to bed. I gotta eat. Jeez, what am I saying?
It's 1:45 here.
Yeah, you. Thank you for staying up with me, man. Really, I appreciate it.
I'm probably gonna stay up for a bit more.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, awesome. Yeah, let me know about those streamers. And guys, thank you again. Really, I'm so glad that to the Raiders streamers specifically, I'm so glad that you can get a chance to see the game and like what we've done and to be introduced to you guys. If you have any questions, reach out to me on Steam or on the forums. I'll say it just one last time before I leave. If you guys want to help us with the beta, then I can't. Okay, got it. If you guys want to help us out, if you want to help us beta test our new competitive mode and just the beta versions of our game, join up. There's instructions on how to download the beta right there, and there are also you'll also be notified like updates when we have events. So, thank you guys again. Yeah, it's been great. We'll play again. If you're interested, Insurgency's $15 American on Steam. It's not too expensive, and it's a good fucking game. So, with that, thank you. I will see you guys later. And thank you, the Raider, again.
My pleasure. See you guys later. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.
Take care.